A devotion for Week 1, Sunday, based on Psalm 91, verses 1 to 2 and 9 to 16. You who live in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Because you have made the Lord your refuge, the Most High your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, no scourge come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Those who love me I will deliver. I will protect those who know my name. When they call to me, I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. With long life I will satisfy them and show them my salvation. Notice what this psalm does not say. It doesn't say you won't be in dangerous places. It doesn't say you won't be faced with wild and threatening animals. It doesn't say you won't find yourself in serious trouble. It says that God will protect you against harm. It says that you don't need to be afraid of the wild animals and that you'll be able to trample them underfoot. It says that God will be with you in trouble and will rescue you. It is, in other words, a song with its feet on the ground, even while its heart is praising the living and rescuing God. It's a good psalm for Lent, because Lent is a journey that may take us to some difficult and awkward places. In our outward journey of work, family life, church commitments, and other responsibilities, and in our inner journey of moral struggles and spiritual questionings, as we search for God and His ways more deeply than we had before. All these journeys are potentially hard and dangerous, as was Jesus' 40-day fast in the wilderness, with the wild beasts around him and the demons whispering in his ear. It's at this point that we discover just how dangerous the journey is, because one of the things the devil whispered in Jesus' ear was a quote from this very psalm. Perhaps Jesus had memorized it ahead of time and was already using it as a prayer, day by day, to help him through the tough test he was facing. And the devil, seeing he isn't going to succeed by a direct assault on Jesus' senses or appetites, tries a different tact. If you really believe this psalm, then wouldn't you trust God so much that you could throw yourself off the temple? Doesn't it say He'll send His angels to protect you? Perhaps you don't believe it after all. Perhaps you're just pretending. It was actually a bad verse to choose, because the very next line contains the promises that we shall trample the serpent underfoot, which ever since Genesis 3 had been read as a promise about the coming child of Eve who would crush the head of the devil himself. Often the right answer to a puzzle in the Scriptures and to the difficulty of praying with them is to read on, to pray into the wider context and setting, and watch the puzzles resolve and the difficulties recede. A psalm for the Lenten journey, then, a prayer that Jesus made His own and that we can make our own as, with fear and trembling, we set off with Him. Today, we remember that Julian of Norwich said, Jesus did not say you will not be tempest-tossed, but He did say you will not be overcome. We don't know what we're going to face, but only that God's sheltering care is assured. Place yourself under His protection. There is no better place to be.